let's put aside the Salah disaster class. Some pretty impressive debuts by those Liverpool players. And if things click together, Slot's team, the Slot machine, the Slot Meister, might just cook come next season. So, look, I said what I said about Salah. Does this mean that Salah is trash? No. Is this only one game? It's only one game. And I won't be surprised if Salah next season now drops 20 to 25 goals and 13 assists and is the same amazing guy that he is. All I'm saying is, let's chill with this whole African goto because I've just been hearing some odd things from the whole Salah camp. Salah, I respect him. He's a quality player. He's one of the best players in Premier League history, 100%. Respect to Eto, respect to Kocha, respect to Kanawankwo, respect to Toure. And I've said this and I say this again. Before Salah can talk to Eto or Toure, he can't talk to Mahrez. So I'm saying, takes nothing away from Salah. Salah is not a better football player than Mahrez. He's not. And he's not a greater African player than Riyad Mahrez. This is just a fact. It is what it is. Let's put that to one side. He looked good. Shout out to your boy Ekitike. I don't think we can now use the word Ekitiktok with your boy here. Ekitike, he looked good. It's very telling, that celebration. So what does the celebration mean? This celebration is all those people who were talking and talking and talking. Just keep talking, I'll do the talking on the pitch. So what was he referring to? Guys, you have to understand that we're living in a world in which these players grew up in the social media age. These players are addicted to their phones and are addicted to what is said online. So all these YouTube streamers, these content creators, everything, they see everything, they hear everything. Ekitike is very well aware of what everyone was saying when Liverpool paid that much for him. Overpriced, overpaid, not worth the money, you're wasting your money on him. Why are they paying so much from him? Ekitike would have seen videos, would have seen posts about people thinking that they overpaid for him. So what that celebration was about was, in my very first game, I'm going to tell you why I'm worth this amount. That is what it was. And for Ekitike, I've been proven right, he is a Gakpo clone. But he's a better version of Gakpo because he's got a higher ceiling than Gakpo. Gakpo was phenomenal last season. He was amazing. And I'm not a big Gakpo fan, but Cody Rhodes balled out last season and heavily contributed to Liverpool winning that title. But what Gakpo is what Ekitike is times 2, and Ekitike's ceiling is higher. Like, Gakpo's ceiling is a pretty damn good player. Ekitike's ceiling is he could be seen as one of the best attackers of his generation. Just maybe like a tier below. So let's put it this way. Gakpo's ceiling is maybe like a tier 3. Ekitike's ceiling is like a tier 2. Just a tier below the very top players of his generation. That's what I think Ekitike is. For me, I think Gakpo is a few levels below that. So, and when you look at just him, Ekitike is, you can just see why you can use him. You can use him as a striker. You can use him out wide. And also, his movements. He can go left, he can go right. He's very direct, he's very ferocious. He hustles hard, he works hard off the ball. He works hard on the ball, he works hard off the ball. So there are tools there in which if you're Slot, he can be a menace for opposition because is he on the right? Is he on the left? Is he through the middle? Can he come in deep? He can get the ball to feet. He can put the ball in the air. So once you're a manager and you have a player who has a multitude of skills and can play in different positions on the pitch, that is gold dust for a manager. But I can see that this guy is not a clinical striker. He may get there, but I can say his strength isn't, he's going to give you 25 goals. His strength is he's a multi-purpose attacker. You can use in multiple positions, which is a great asset to have. Because again, it's all about contributions to your team. But I can see why Liverpool wants Isak. Because I can just see a situation where, he's going to miss a lot of chances. He's going to miss a lot of opportunities. Because he had The goal he scored was something he pretty much had to create himself. Yes, Wirtz passing the ball, but when you look at the difficulty of how he had to take that shot off, that was far more difficult than the chance Wirtz gave him in the second half. So I think if you're Liverpool, I can say, yeah, they need Isak. Because Liverpool only have one truly clinical goal scorer, and that is Salah. But the issue is, if Salah doesn't ball out, then you're screwed. Then you're screwed. Then it's like, okay, who is your other clinical goal scorer? So that is something that is a danger there. But you can definitely see from Ekitike, oh no, this is a guy that can truly ball out. And this is a guy that can truly cause some issues. When we're now looking at your boy Frimpong, man, he's different. The era of Trent is gone. This is now the era of Frimpong. He's a different player. And Liverpool just have to accept that this is just going to be someone who's going to bring in a totally different aesthetic to them. What are you losing with not having Trent and having Frimpong? You lose incredible precise crossing ability, superb passing, free kicks, and just the ability to deliver inch-perfect balls. But what do you gain? I think he's much better defensively. I think he understands his defensive capabilities a lot better. And he's a much more traditional right back who knows how to defend and can give you at least something going forward. Because again, he may not be as good a crosser as Trent. He's a good enough crosser. Now, obviously, the goal he scored, he did not intend that. But even if you just look at his delivery from the ball and just looking at how hard he works, I think whereas people used to identify Trent as a defensive weakness, I think Frimpong defensively will be able to hold that down than Trent. Trent will even say to that, he's not the best defender in the world. He's not. He's not. And his strength isn't defending. His strength is going forward. I think from Frimpong, this guy's a hard worker. He hustles hard, and I think that defensively he's solid. So Liverpool may have lost the crossing and the creativity from Trent, but I think they've gained a much more defensive stability in getting your boy Frimpong. And I just think that it'd be good to see how he now forms that kind of understanding with the boy Salah on that right-hand side. So I think, but look, it was a solid debut from him. It was a solid debut from Frimpong, and he can only grow. But the key thing is he's different. He's not Trent, he's Frimpong. And what you may lose from having Trent, Liverpool have gained stuff. So don't think that, oh my gosh, is this a downgrade? No. It's not a downgrade. It's a different player. Like, if they just got a guy who just ass cheeks, who was a guy from the road, then okay, this is a downgrade. Look at Frimpong. No, it's not a downgrade. It's a different player. You've lost something in not having Trent, but you've gained something that Trent did not have in your boy Frimpong. Now, the one that's the most interesting here, Florian Wirtz. Wirtz is interesting because Wirtz has a very, very important role in this team. Now, if Ekitike was more clinical, Ekitike has 2 goals, Wirtz has 2 assists. Because that chance that he had in the second half, he should have scored. But what you're seeing from Wirtz is, this is how Liverpool are now going to evolve. He's a different kind of a player that Liverpool have. They've not really had this player. I kind of, maybe, here's the thing. I say Firmino, but Firmino was really a striker. Yes, he came in deep and assisted, but he was really a number 10 stroke striker. Coutinho was a shoot on sight merchant. That guy abused the square button. He abused the square button. So what this is a classic 10. A classic creative player. And a guy who will just pick up in those pockets and is looking for those quick passes into the pockets. But what Florian Wirtz provides is relief. He's a German relief fund. And he is here to relieve Salah off of the responsibilities. Because the idea is you can't rely on Salah to get all those goals and all that assists. So all the creative and goal scoring burden is on one man. That is not realistic. But what you now have is, okay, if Salah, because let's put it, Salah had a trash game. He was awful. From Wirtz had a pretty damn good game. And it's all from Wirtz. And just how his brain was thinking, he was looking at those passes. So he had his head up. Let me look at a pass across to Ekitike. What run is Frimpong taking? Maybe let me put a ball across the Frimpong, put a ball into the pockets for a Mark 10, put a ball into the pockets for an Ekitike. Let me look for a Gakpo on the overlap. So that just gives Liverpool another creative dynamic. So why he's so important is not really goal scoring, it's creativity. It's offering another idea specifically against low blocks, specifically against much more defensive teams. It's can someone offer another creative solution, another creative answer that maybe Salah cannot offer? Because Salah thinks a certain way. Wirtz is a totally different player from Salah, which is what makes it so good, because now teams who may have figured out Salah and what Salah does and his preferences, you don't know this guy. This guy is coming from the Bundesliga, so he's coming in with a whole different kind of a game plan that guys are not used to and they're not really experienced, because how many of these players in the Premier League have played against Bayer Leverkusen? So I was impressed with him. I was impressed with his boyfriend Wirtz, and he knows, okay, huge pressure, loads of money. But that is why I feel that Isak is important, because Wirtz's assists will begin to pile up with a clinical striker. But the fear is Wirtz is going to make some creative, amazing passes to an Ekitike or a Gakpo, and they just won't be clinical enough and they'll be missing chances. So it may be like, oh no, he's trash. But no, he's not, because he should have had loads of assists. But a creator is only as good as his finisher. You can be the greatest creator in the world, but if you put it on a plate for a guy who doesn't finish, on the stat sheet, it's not going to say assists. It's not going to say, oh, you almost had an assist. It may say key passes, but what you really want are those assists to show this is the good work that I've brought in. So that's why for Liverpool, they need a clinical finisher. Salah is a clinical finisher. But I think if you're Wirtz, you want to create for Salah, but you also want to create for another clinical finisher, which is where I think an Isak comes in. So for Wirtz, this is a different dynamic that Liverpool are coming in with, man. So yeah, so if from Liverpool, they need that gunman. They need that striker. But yeah, look, we'll see what happens with Wirtz, man. And look, it's his first, it's his debut season. We'll see what he does, but I'm a fan of him. I think the guy's a quality player. I think he was amazing for Leverkusen. I thought he played really well at the Euros. He wasn't amazing, but I thought he played really well. And he's part of the younger generation that I think are one of the most gifted players out there. So it's a big season for him. It just remains to be seen what your boy can do. Peace out. Stay real and one love. He created a new goal. So this is the Yakubu goal. The degree of difficulty of this goal is insane. To watch the rest of this vid, think about becoming a Football Hut member. If you're a desktop merchant, just click on the join button below, over here. Or if you're a mobile phone merchant, just click on the join button below the video over here and join the true elite content crack addicts. Peace.